Hey guys, making a short one today, and it's not going to be very academic, it's going to be another me focused one, because I don't have the time. My first exam is in, well, I'm recording this the day that you're watching it, so my exam is in 9 days, my first one, so get over yourselves. No, in all seriousness though, also I apologise for looking dead. I promise I didn't this morning. It's, anywho, um, I figured I'd make a video to tell you guys where I am regarding university and what I want to do, where I want to go, the latter bit being the main one. Now, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I've got three sort of main offers that I'm considering, or I have been considering, and those are philosophy, politics and law at Warwick, which is what I wanted to do since like 2024 when I went for the first and one of two times. Birmingham, which also did philosophy, politics and law. I only found out about them a few months ago, and unlike Warwick, that's been running it for 8 years, I would be the first. It would be the first cohort. I am changing my lighting. I hate this. There we go. I look slightly less like an actual fucking ghost. Anywho. Um, what's I gonna say? Yeah, Birmingham, which I'd be the first cohort if I went there, so that would be fun. And they would also do philosophy, politics, and law. And they're asking for Warwick's asking for 3 A's, Birmingham's asking for 2 A's and a B, unless I firm it, I think, in which case I get an A and 2 B's as my offer. And then York, which is just philosophy and politics, which I want the law component because I would like to be a barrister, right? um, so and I think that it would give me, even though philosophy, politics and law isn't qualifying unless it's at King's, it would give me a bit of a foot in the door compared to my other sort of conversion people who haven't done any law at all, presumably. Now, for the longest time I wanted to go to Warwick because they were the first university that I went to, and I hadn't gone since 2024, June, other than Wednesday just gone. Well, I'd gone on a couple of school trips, but late in the evening and to see theatre rather than to go for an offered holiday or an open day or anything like that. And going the other day has made me realise I love their course. I think their course is significantly more developed, and it would probably be easier to slip into than Birmingham's. Genuinely love the course. I do not like the area. I don't like the idea of living at Birmingham Uni for a year. I don't like the idea of spending my time in that place. I mean, it's dull, there's a very sort of constrained sort of atmosphere, almost. And I just don't see myself being happy. And that's something that I've been trying to chase a little bit more recently. So, I don't know, it's weird because I was so set on this for literally over a year. And once I realised that Birmingham PPL was a thing and I went, it sort of opened a whole new thing for me of like, I can do it here, I can do PPL here. It won't be London because London's awful. I still wouldn't want to live there, mainly because it'd be really expensive actually. And I don't like, it's not Warwick either, it's somewhere else. And when I went to the open day and then the offer holiday, I found a place that I really, really did love. I can't tell you why. People say that once you go to a university, it will just sort of click for you. And Birmingham did for me, which is weird. I know I don't seem like the Birmingham type. I'm not, Newbury, the town where I live, is nothing like Birmingham. Let's put it that way. Really nothing like Birmingham at all. Alas, this seems to be what I want to do. And the other thing as well is I'm worried about Warwick's asking for free A's. I don't think I'm going to get free A's. Realistically. I thought that it would be pretty easy when I, well, maybe not easy, but I thought that I'd be able to do it if I just sort of put my back into it in early year 12. And I definitely haven't put my back into it enough. But even still, I think maybe I was being a bit of a Billy Big Bollocks when I thought that. So it almost seems, you know, I don't know if I want to just trust them to be merciful in the case that I get AAB and let me in anyway, because Warwick doesn't seem to be, as a general rule, it seems to be quite keen to. For example, you know, I went to York and there was someone there who was doing biology who got, I think a B and 2 C's, or 2 B's and a C, and it's like, I don't know, you know, York's not my first choice either, but like that's mad. And York is of Russell Group University. It's I think 9th for philosophy currently. So the fact that they're just doing, and my offer's BBB from York, right? So I'm thinking that the smart move. People don't watch these. Hi, future me. I'm thinking that the smart move is just firm Birmingham, so that I get my offer reduced to an A and 2 B's. Ensure York, so that if I don't get any A's, I'm still going to university. And then don't worry about Warwick, leave it behind me, because I could see a situation where I get 3 A's, or I get 2 A's and a B, and Warwick lets me in anyway, and I'm just disappointed. And I don't want results day, if it goes well, be sullied by the fact that I'm going to university that I don't like, just because it's got an interesting course. So you know, I think that I'm probably going to just wrap it up here. This is unbelievably short. I promise you that at least when exam season is over, they won't all be this miniature. But yeah, it's not set in stone yet. I haven't done it yet. I applied for student finances today. That was interesting. Easier than I thought it would be, actually. I usually hate that sort of thing. But I don't know. If anyone's watching this who knows me, I would be interested to hear your thoughts, because, well, I need to make a decision sooner rather than later, and I don't know. I just get a good feeling about it. Also, there's some things like I get to first. Well, one thing is I'm considering doing a study year in Canada. Birmingham, it's a 6th of the year, like it would be for a year studying at Birmingham, whatever uni I go. So, you know, that's, and then Warwick, it's 15%. A 6th versus 15%. It's not really that big of a difference. I looked at accommodation. Birmingham accommodation seems nice enough. I haven't had that big of a look at it. Actually, I've only barely glanced at it, but prices seem similar. So, and that's not something that concerns me hugely. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I didn't expect this to happen, but that seems to be the situation we're in, and I'm looking forward to updating you guys next week once I make a decision proper, because I aim to make a decision proper by next week. And thank you all for, as cliche as this sounds, following me on this journey. Probably, I don't know if there is someone that's been a consistent viewer from before the trans stuff to now that I've realised I'm a woman. But if anyone has, first of all, go find something better else to do, I beg of you. But on a more serious note, this will sound very vain, but I'm just sort of looking at my channel now to see how far back they go. 10 months ago was the first Sunday Chats. Just trying to think how I'm going to do this when I go to uni. Am I going to have the computer? I don't even know. Maybe I'll start doing it off of my laptop. Maybe I'll get a shitty little headset and that will be how they go. It'll look like a fucking Zoom conference call. Yeah, no, I know I'm surprised that this is the way that my life is going. But not too broken up by it, I suppose. Today was a bit of a rough morning, but you know. Anyway, look, I suppose that's all. I thank you guys, whoever's listening in, for listening in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and as always, God bless. I hope your Sunday's been good, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.